Welcome, Crossover Report. We've got another episode of CrossTalk for you here. Nick Damiani. We got our two Gridiron Report guys here, Mike Millsap, Jason Pinkus. Going to talk a little sports pop culture again today, and we'll start off with Pinkus. What you got?
Although I'm a gridiron, we all know I do a little help over at a walk-off report, and the first thing I'm going to bring up is, all of us are Chicago guys here, and right now, the top of the American League, we have the White Sox, and at the top of the National League, we have the Cubs. Now, I'm no soothsayer, but, how are we thinking about this? Could this possibly be Crosstown Classic time of the year? What is it looking like to you guys?
I'll go first. I'm a Cub fan, so I'm expecting this from the Cubs side of this, but I'll give it to the White Sox. They're playing really good. They're pitching really well. Now, here's my thing, though. I don't know how much longer Matt Latos can have a sub-ERA of 1, because I just don't think Matt Latos is a guy that keeps that going the whole year. But honestly, they are playing well, so I'll give that to them. But when it comes to the Classic, I think the Cubs are going to expose the White Sox.
I don't know about that. I think the Sox are doing well just because they've flown so much under the radar that they really it's just been baseball, and it's been all about baseball just because the whole talk has been about the Cubs, and it's probably pissed them off. Besides the Adam Eaton thing, they've been all baseball, and I'm not surprised that they're doing good. I'm surprised that they're leading though. I don't think. I think each team will take their home series. I don't think Cubs win it all.
I think Cubs. What are they? 6 games this year, right? I think the Cubs take 5 of 6. 5 of 6. Ooh, big. You're saying Pinkus?
A couple things. One, I don't think Latos is keeping it up either, even as a Sox fan. But if he can keep it under 3, Chris Sale, he can keep doing what he's doing, win a Cy Young. And, oh shit, do you guys see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hold up, sorry.
This keeps freezing, yeah.
Yeah, I know. What was I saying? Chris Sale keeps it up, and honestly, the big thing that could happen for the Sox to really do it is neither Abreu or Frazier are playing too well right now. They can start hitting like they can. I think the Sox can definitely win their home series and maybe take one on the road too. But I'll go 4-2 for the Cubs in the series.
All right, Millsap, what'd you have? You said they each take their home series.
I think it'll be 3-3. They each go 2-1 at home.
All right, it's a good year to be a Chicago baseball fan right now. Hey, it's been a while. I feel like for both, kind of.
Oh wait.
Anyways, we'll move on to that. What? Good?
I was saying 08 was the last time. They were both good.
Oh, wait, yeah. All right. Millsaps, got a topic.
Okay, so I was looking this up earlier because I was actually downtown earlier today talking with Jeff Dickerson of the Bears. Or he's a reporter for the Bears. But as I was driving there, you could see the setup for the draft, and I just got to thinking with my messed up mind how much sex is going to happen on draft night. And I wanted to ask you guys, how many babies do you think the players getting drafted are going to have? And we're going to set the over-under at 7. Because there's 7 rounds, and it's like 242 people overall. But we're talking babies. Babies in 9 months.
I'm going to go ahead and go with the under. I don't know how much sex they have on draft night, because I don't know if they have post-draft parties like that, like after like a Oscars award show. They might. I feel like that's something you celebrate with your family more though than going out to like a club and going partying with. So I'm gonna go with the under.
I gotta agree with Damiani there. I think it's under as well. I think you're overvaluing how wild it's going to be. Maybe with the nights after the draft, but I think that night of the draft is more family. I agree.
Well, how about this? Just the week of the draft, like post-draft, like that week.
You see, I still just don't think so. I think you should think they'll probably have more sex during their first season at their new city that they're in, when the other players are taking them out to the nightclubs and stuff like that. Right away, like this, you're still kind of just like a college guy. You're drafted by a team, but you're not really with the team yet or anything like that. So you're not living that lifestyle just right away.
Yeah. I don't know,
You
Nate.
know?
I think Chicago women are ambitious. They'll get after it early.
I just don't know if you have that all access pass to the players like that right there. You know,
I mean,
I feel like
it,
they go dine at like Gibson's Steakhouse after the draft, and then they just hang out with their family. I feel like that's what you do with the draft. That's a lifelong dream. The first thing you do is you buy your mom a house or a car. You don't go and just go clubbing and blow it right there. You know.
I agree. Completely agree.
all right.
So under Millsaps, you got the over, or what you saying here?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the over.
I just don't know how we're gonna ever check that. But if you
Well,
want to
I
do
mean,
the work for it in 9 months,
yeah. The only thing is that it's 242 people, and there's gonna be some celebration going on. I feel like maybe not that exact night, but the weekend for sure.
now some of them might already have kids now. I feel
Yeah,
like that's a trend with superstars. They just already got them.
yeah.
All right. Anyway, we'll move on from that one. So recently, Lamar Odoms said that he plans on definitely returning to the NBA, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts on if he can make it back to the NBA. Pingus?
No, there's no way. He's gone through too much. Toward the end of his career, he wasn't playing that great anyway. He's been away from the game for too long, and his body's just gone through a lot. There's just no way he's going to be able to get back into that type of shape, even to go out for 7 minutes a night. I just don't think it could happen, especially with the athletes of today.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Millsy?
There's no chance. I mean, he was so bad towards the end of his career before, the entire overdosing and all that and being at whorehouses. Plus just the publicity thing. What team would sign him? What team wants Lamar Odom that bad? I mean, the Lakers, would they want him again? I don't think so. They're rebuilding. Nobody wants that in their locker room. Just a dude who the next week could be OD'd again. I mean, no chance.
Right, and the big thing here, he said this right after Kobe scored his 60-point game, so I don't know if he just got caught up in the moment and thought he was going to recover. I mean, first off, his recovery to come back to life was basically amazing. For him to go back and play professional basketball with some of the best athletes in the world would just be absolutely ridiculous. Plus, he dated a Kardashian, which will kill your sports career. There's just a lot of things working against him to try to come back, and I just think he has no chance for that one. So let's stay with the NBA a little bit. Cavs playing the Pistons right now. Stanley Johnson recently came out and said that he's in LeBron James' head after the Pistons fell to 2-0, down 2-0. And I think LeBron had something like 21 against him on like 9 of 11 shooting. So what do you guys think of Stanley Johnson's comments against LeBron?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's in his head. LeBron is always he's a mental, like, it's so easy to get inside of his head, but he's just too good at basketball to not produce, just mainly because he doesn't even shoot anymore. He's just a post player. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's in his head, but it just doesn't matter because he's just so goddamn good.
Yeah, I don't really think he's in his head that much. I think if anything, LeBron has to be in Stanley's head. I mean, LeBron, what does he have to care about? They're going to go win the series in 2, at worst 3 more games. He has absolutely nothing to worry about besides some little past-playing defense.
Right, and I mean, I love to see that Stanley Johnson. Like, if you're not as talented as somebody, you obviously the best that you can do in basketball is foul them. That's what you do when you're the slower dude. Like, we've all played in open gyms where we're going to guard someone that's better than us. You push the hell out of them, and you punch them, and you do all that stuff, which is good. But to come out and say that I'm in the dude's head after you guys just lost for your second game in a row to the Cavaliers when LeBron's won 2 finals already and he's a MVP, I don't know if you want to say that because you kind of like awake a beast. Do you think this awakens LeBron, or do you think he is in his head? I mean, what do you think?
No shot. LeBron is not Kobe. LeBron is not Wade. He's not a dude who's just gonna wake up and
Not
just
Wade.
What?
You saying D Wade's better than LeBron James?
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
In
Lord.
in terms of like playoff performances and like going off, I'll take Wade over LeBron. If we're talking just straight up, yeah, then LeBron. But yeah, no, LeBron's not the dude who can piss off and all of a sudden he's gonna go for 50. He's just gonna be his same old I'm fucking good at basketball self, and there's nothing that's gonna change about that. I mean, unless there's a fourth quarter shot that he has to hit, I mean, there's not much you're gonna change about him.
See, for me, awakening the beast in LeBron isn't going for 50, which we have seen him do it before the playoffs. And last year, frankly, he willed them in the finals to win those 2 games. It should have been the first 3 games. They probably should have came away with that championship. Nevertheless, you awaken the beast in LeBron. You're right. You're not going to see it through 50 points, but you're going to see it through 27, 13, and 11, and they're going to beat him by 40. And that's the beast you get out of LeBron.
I like that. I agree with that perfectly, Pinkus. Perfectly. We'll stay with the playoffs. Did you guys see Russell Westbrook and Cameron Payne? You know how they do that dance thing right before, and Villanueva got in the middle of it. What do you think of that? You like what Villanueva did? Or
I think Villanueva loves the spotlight. You know, for a low-key player at the end of his career, I feel like every year he's something else is in the news. It's never anything like too big, but there's always something with him. There was no reason to do that. It was silly at best.
Yeah, it's just stupid. I mean, he's just looking for anything they can do to get in the limelight, or maybe that's his subtle veteran way of getting in someone's head. I don't know. It was just stupid. I don't even get why it was a story. He just went inside someone's dance. Like, move on.
I actually love it. I think it frustrates Russell Westbrook a little bit. I don't think it completely throws him off the game, and I don't think that's necessarily the reason the Thunder lost that game. But to get in his Russell Westbrook seems like a guy you can get under his skin pretty easily because he's one of those guys that gets real amped up, and I think he was a little over amped up from it. I mean, if you're Villanueva and you can't really play basketball anymore, there's what we were talking about where you foul the guy if you're not good enough to play. You got to play mind games. Lance Stevenson was blown in LeBron's ear. Ruin their dance. I mean, they won that game. So, I mean, you can't really argue with his method. I wouldn't be surprised if he did it again. And do you do it again if you're him, or is it just you can't do it twice?
I don't know if you do it again. I think you do something else. Maybe on your bench, you and a teammate do the exact same thing. I think that'd really get it in his head. Do something even crazier than what he does.
That's good. That's true.
I like that. I like that.
I do too. I do. Let's see. I think we got one more here. Did we all see the Warriors' recent photo shoot for something? I don't know what it was for, but they looked ridiculous. Thoughts on that?
Bruh. Why do these people look like they're the rich white kids at a high school yearbook shoot? They just look so awkward in these nice ass clothes. It's just embarrassing.
Yeah, it's. Pinkus, you got anything for that?
You know what? This is an interesting team. You know, they're closer than a team we've seen in years, and they're going out doing these things in the middle of the playoffs. I think they're almost as a scare tactic. We're not even focused on the opponent right now. Look at what else we can do. I think it's scare. They're trying to get in the heads a little bit of the rest of the league.
My favorite picture on there was Klay Thompson with the thumbs in the jeans. You know how the country people are like that? Who the heck poses like that anymore where they put just the thumbs in the jeans and they're sitting there looking at them like this?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Yeah, they're I don't know. They're I feel like they're kind of a nerdy group of guys, but they're the really talented group of guys that are nerdy. If you know what I'm talking about. I feel like Jalen Brunson's that kind of nerdy guy, but he's really good at basketball. And all these guys in this team fit that description.
Absolutely.
Anybody else got another topic here? No?
I think I'm good.
I mean, no, we're good.
No? All right. I think that'll do it here again for another CrossTalk. Follow us on Twitter at the Crossover Report. You can follow Pinkus and Millsaps at Millsap Say It.
NFL_CR.
A lot going on in NFL free agency right now. Josh Norman's a free agent. Let's get a quick preview of that. Who do you guys think Josh Norman goes to?
there's teams that are trying to build right now, and I think you either see him end up in the Oakland or you see him end up in Jacksonville. I think one of those two teams that has the money is gonna throw it at him, hoping that he can be the last piece in the puzzle.
Yeah, I think he goes. I think he goes to Oakland. That just seems like a Raiders move. I mean, they lost Charles Woodson. They need an impact player because of how big Woodson was for them last year. So I'm gonna go Oakland.
There you go. You heard it from the specialists. Follow them at NFLCR for more news. Follow me at the Crossover Report. We'll see you next time. Nick Damiani, Mike Millsap, Jason Pinkus. Good night.